Shalom. Finally, Yishtabach Shimon Laad. Episode 10 is here. Finally. Yishtabach Shimon Laad means may his name be praised forever and ever. Who he? Hashem. Episode 10 finally is here. It's finally here. Wow, this is gonna make it's gonna reveal so many proofs that Torah is really even an anti-Semite couldn't convert to Judaism because of this episode 10. Possible? Who said that there's no possibility? So now let's go. On three things the world stands: on Torah, on divine worship, and on acts of kindness. This is Perek Yavot, chapter 1, and this was made by Shimon the Just, who used to say it, and Shimon the Just, who was one of the last survivors of the Great Assembly. But you could also be a cause of the world's existence. How, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. It is when a person studies Torah. That is better than an American soldier who fights in war. The more proofs that the Torah is real and it is from Hashem is coming now. The Torah says that the Jewish people can only eat kosher meat, like cow, like chicken, like turkey, like deer, like goat, etc., etc. I'm gonna explain on how an animal can be kosher, and there's very few kosher animals around, and it must be slaughtered in a kosher way. The kosher animal must be slaughtered in a kosher way, meaning that when the animal dies, it cannot feel pain. How? The Torah explains how. You must get a very, 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 very sharp knife and cut it on its neck, behind its neck, right here, and it will not feel pain. Now, Mr. Jake on the other side of the screen says, how can this death be painless? See, the very short knife. It's actually scientifically proven. It's because every animal, including humans, I'm not saying humans are animals, but every human and animal have two veins, two veins, one underneath it and one above it. But the kosher animal's nerve, the non-kosher animal, the non-kosher animal's nerve under here goes here and connects to the brain, and the other one at the back. There must be blood pumping until it connects to the brain. If the blood doesn't go to the heart, that's just a heart attack. It's not. But if you have no blood coming to your brain, you're considered critically dead. So the kosher animals have this vein under it and above it, but before they reach the brain, the bottom nerve and the vein that is on the back of the neck connects together and becomes one vein, and then finally connects to the brain. So it means if the rabbi gets the knife and slices it in here, there's no blood coming out. If there's no blood coming out anywhere, if the non-kosher animal has it under here and under here, even if you slaughter it under the neck, there's still gonna be blood coming out of behind. See? Scientifically proven. Also, there are only 4 animals that only have one sign of kashrut, of being kosher. These are the pig, the camel, the rabbit, and the hyrax. The hyrax. These are the only 4 animals. Those are the only 4 animals that have it. Only one sign of being kosher. Being kosher for the cattle, you must have split hoof and you must chew its cud. Now, you find any more animal number 5? No. Baruch HaShem, 2,000 years has passed, they're still looking. The fishes also has 2 witnesses. It must have fins and scales. The Torah also says that the fish that has scales for sure to have fins. But if a fish has fins, not necessarily it has scales. Now this person heard about this and said, okay, he sent a video on the internet, is posting a crocodile He said, oh look, crocodile has scales, doesn't have fins, and it lives on water. Oh, your Torah is fake. The Torah says marine animals. You gave us a reptile. What kind of a human logic is this? The Torah literally says marine animals. Fishes. Now, people admire astronomers, astronauts, but little did they know that the Torah also talk about those. The Torah says the Torah has two parts, the written Torah and the oral Torah. The oral Torah, which is called Gemara, the Gemara Masechet Berachot, Tractate of Blessings, page 32b. It says when the temple was destroyed, and the Jews were screaming out to Hashem, saying, Hashem, even if a husband that divorces his wife, still if you ask him years later about his wife that he divorced, he will still remember. But you have destroyed our house, you've destroyed your house, meaning that he destroyed the temple, and we feel that you left us, you've forsaken us. Hashem answers, Bati, my daughter, calling Israel his daughter, my daughter, 12 constellations I created in the firmament, and in each and every constellation I created 30 army commanders. And in each and every army commander, I created 30 legions. And in each and every legion, I created 30 rahaton, divisions. And in each and every rahaton, I created 30 karaton, battalions. And in each and every karaton, I created 30 gastera, camps. And in each and every gastera, I separated in the firmament, meaning in the sky, 3.65 million stars, corresponding to the days of the solar year. And all of this, I created only for your sake. Now you're saying that you've forsaken me, you've forgotten me, which the real, if you do the math, the real number in the Gemara Masechet Berachot, page 32b, was 365,000 stars times 10,000. So if we do the math, it's 12 times 30 times 30 times 30 times 30 times 30 times 365,000 times 10,000 equals 10 to the 18th power. Now, the Australian University also proved this. They said that it was in the 10th to the 18th power. NASA said it was 10 to the 20th power, but they got in a little bit smaller. 10 to the 18th power. The Jewish year. This is right. That's what they were talking about. The Gemara already had it. It was already said. The Jewish year is 5,782, which will become 5,783 when Rosh Hashanah comes, when the Day of Judgment becomes, because that's the new year for the Jews. But how did we get to this number? It was the first man on the earth, Adam, counted it until we are here now, 5,782, and it's also proven by NASA. NASA, yes. And they say every galaxy has an exploding star. They call it a supernova. And the supernova takes place in every 26 years. Now, this may seem strange. Why 26? I have this weird feeling in my mind that because the four-letter name of God, the Yud and the Hey and the Vav and the Hey, the numerical value is 26. Every 26 years, there's an exploding star. So now, this is a good thing to know how many years we've already been. They say 2 billion years, some say 5.3 billion years, and their estimate in this galaxy, in our galaxy, has no more than 250 explosions. And if you do the math, how do they know 250 explosions? Because the remainings of the explosions, their estimate has no more than 250 explosions. Now if you do the math, this is more than 5,000 years. That's what the Jews were trying to tell them all along. That's what the Jews were trying to tell them. Thus, this is what the Jews were trying to tell them. And the scientists are just saying 5 billion years ago that we come from monkeys. And definitely that's against the Torah. Why Hashem said that he created human. not monkey, that evolves to human. That cannot be. How? Rabbi Yaron Reuven, he made a lecture. I'll send it the video on the end of the screen. It says that if humans really evolved from monkeys, then there's got to be a 5-step process. It's got to be self-sufficient. That's five-step process from A to B to C to D to E. For example, coronavirus became Delta, and Delta became Omicron, and coronavirus became the UK variant, and the UK variant became the Indian variant, which is Delta, and Delta became Omicron, and let's say there's another. I don't know what that one is. I hope it's not going to be real. So now, if this new variant really exists, then COVID also has to exist, and also 3 of them. Also Delta, also UK variant, Delta, and Omicron has to also exist. It's got to be self-sufficient. Now, if we really came from monkeys, then how is there's only 2 steps from monkey to human? What was the last in the middle 3? Where are they? Where are they? Wow. The video is on the screen, as you can see, of Rabbi Yaron Reuven. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.